Gob is asking some interesting question, and it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam. Let's talk about the Isak here, and I'm looking at this at the side of Newcastle because Ben Jacobs just reported that it looks like Liverpool will not be going back until Newcastle give them a sign that they should come in and try to do something because of the way they've refused. So what Craig Hobbs' questions are, and I think it's really important that we look at them and really ask questions on exactly what's really happening and how this is being painted. It's really important. Listen to this. Liverpool are saying they will not make a second offer. That's a question you should be asking. After unsettling Isak and going in a way below the number they know could make a deal happen, all of this just for that, a tactic, or ready to leave Isak in a limbo or walk away a month until the window closes? So many questions we should be asking from this. That's what Craig Hope is asking because he believes that something is being played here by Liverpool. There's somebody who just came in, really one of the interesting journalists who has really been growing slowly but surely, but we should be keeping an eye on him. And this is what he has to say. And is in agreement with what has been reported. And I think that's really important. He's in agreement with what has been reported. And he said, let me just go to it. Liverpool plans to return with a second bid. Important. Second bid for Alexander Isak after let plans to return with a second bid for Alexander Isak later in the window after initial offer was rejected. Despite the public stance of no more bids, Newcastle maintains strikers not for sale, but Liverpool expect to submit an improved proposal with more favorable structure or guaranteed for Newcastle. The player wants the move. Personal terms not the issue. That's from Franco Platinum. Like, he's really been really doing some amazing stuff. I know it's not somebody that people really respect, but it's just keep an eye on it. And also, somebody just came in with this. Liverpool currently do not intend to make a second bid for Isak, considering the fragile shiftiness and the clarity on Newcastle's rejection. First bid was worth 110. Newcastle stands would have to change, or Isak would have to make or force things to happen. That's what the Liverpool journalists keep reporting, and they're standing on. So we have to wait and see. And so many people are saying, relax on this. Let's just watch what's happening. Just relax on this. Keep relaxing. They keep asking. So let's go back to the questions which were asked by Indo. Why would Liverpool say information like that, that maybe we are not going to be going back for this after making this whole entire thing go crazy and how they've reported it? Why would they really do that? It's just, I think it's a ploy. I think they're really playing the long game here because they know that whatever that happens in this game, they've already shown their like color that they're interested in the player. And everyone is watching and everyone is keeping an eye on the situation and how it's going to progress and what's going to happen. So they are waiting on the right time. And I think this is really important. The right time when Newcastle will open and give the bid in which they can come in and take advantage of, or the right time which Newcastle will actually allow them to do this. Remember, Newcastle needs to find a replacement of Isak first before anything happens. And Isak is going to be working so hard to force something so that it happens, or nothing will actually happen when it comes to the whole entire deal. But one thing that is clear, Liverpool might say they're walking out, they're playing with the journalists, the power of the journalists, the power of the media. That's what I think. But if I'm Newcastle, I have to hold on to what I believe in, like what Sporting did in saying that they are holding on what they believe. Unless you pay the valuation that the team wants, they will not be wasting time listening to your offer. Liverpool went with a deal which was below even the 120 million, which it means it could be lower than the British transfer record which was being reported. It was 110, just a few lower than the Florian Wirtz deal, but there was a promise that something was going to happen in which this was going to be a British transfer record. What's happening here? Because Andy Townsend in Talksport just said something which was interesting. He said Liverpool have overcome the major hurdle, which was to make Newcastle try by all means to get into the negotiations with Liverpool. That was something which was not seen earlier on. They've actually managed to do that. Then after all those things, they decide that they're gonna walk away. Something just doesn't feel right, something that is just not really okay, that we have to keep an eye on. And what is Liverpool saying? They're saying, okay, we've got Hugo Ekitike. That makes sense. We understand Hugo Ekitike has been signed, and it's just a matter of time before the movement actually happens. But you are telling me, after putting all this pressure and everything that is happening, they're just gonna walk away. We have to wait and see how this one plays out. But it's going to be exciting to see. But I think right now for the Newcastle fans, they're really confused right now because they have a striker in Isak who has gone air-hole, not interested in doing anything. He's gone elsewhere, training in his former team's facilities when he was in an injury rather than to be in his own team. Then also on the other side, we have a team in Liverpool which have made a bid below what your team is expecting, trying to unsettle and put the team under pressure. According to Paul Joyce, he has reported this, that Liverpool are trying to put so much pressure on Newcastle. So it is very, very confusing. Newcastle are trying by any means to use players from within. David Ornstein confirmed this, that they're trying to use players from within to try and make Alexander Isak change his idea, make him sign a new contract that will have a release clause next season. So I don't know really what's going to happen, people. But one thing that is for clear, we need clarity on this situation. Where will Isak be playing next season? And who's going to win this entire war? What is Liverpool playing? Which long game is Liverpool really playing in this situation? Are they really been interested in getting Isak, or are they just trying by means to make sure that they plant everything well so that they get him next season? I don't know. But what are you doing when you're Newcastle in the situations like this? It's going to be interesting to see. Like the video, subscribe to Connect. We'll keep you updated with this as it develops and everything that's happening. Because Ole King, according to reports, is the player that Newcastle are now thinking of going, because it looks like Benjamin Sesko could be going to United. I don't know how far that goes, but it looks like he could be going to United. So things are not really standing in the position of where Newcastle are really. They keep losing their most players, their most important players, and they're hoping to get this deal done. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out like, but let's keep an eye on it. Like the video, subscribe to Connect. We'll keep you updated with everything that comes. Peace. Subscribe to Connect. And go check out the video that I did on the Football Connect, analyzing this even deep and further on what's happening with the Isak deal. I'm out. Peace.